Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Welcome in. Boy, that little hard outro there hits kind of hard. You know, we need to have that thing transition in and make it a little more smooth. Welcome in. Happy Monday. I know the title may say it's episode 200 and Billy Cawthon's here. Well, Billy's not here. We're going to save that for Friday. But we do have a great show lined up today. Our friends from Walker County Federal Credit Union host with us on Monday, but Karen is in council today and tomorrow, and so they're working on some strategic planning, and Denise wasn't feeling too good this morning, so it's just me for a little bit. Don't worry, but we do have a good friend, John Hightower, will be joining us here in just a few moments from HP Soundcraft. Hey, I'm sorry about that intro. I don't know if it really counts if We always try to start right at 7:30 now, but I don't know if it counts if you run your kind of music and a graphic for the first, I don't know, 5 minutes. I think that kind of messes up the whole intro. So, we cheated this morning. We knew that we were going to be on after 7:30, but I went ahead and started that intro for about 5 or 6 minutes. But we're ready to rock and roll, man. Happy Monday. Thanks for waking up with us here as we're on episode 201 as we get moving. A chilly morning starting out here in Huntsville, 37 degrees as we got up some frost on the truck this morning. And it was bright and early. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be in the upper 60s today. So a light jacket this morning. You'll probably be taking that thing off by this afternoon, though. We do want to welcome you in. Let us know you're out there this morning, what you're thankful for. We already have a lot of folks joining us and sending messages, and we'll get to those throughout the broadcast today. And we're looking forward to a wonderful week. A lot of great events happening coming up as our friends at the Josie Scout Lodge are having chili at the lodge. I believe that's going to take place on Saturday, so looking forward to being out there. Carla had asked me to be one of the judges there, but we had a prior commitment that's going to take up some time, so we will be able to head out there just for a little bit on Saturday, but unfortunately won't be able to judge, and that's okay because I don't know if my taste buds are ready for a lot of that yet. I've got to learn how to taste chili. One day I'll ask Kyle the proper way to taste food. Speaking of food, Bridget and I went to a place that is really good here in town this Saturday. We went, not in town, it's actually, I believe it's out in Willis in Montgomery County, Texans Barbecue, and boy, they have some good sausage. It's our second time going over there, and I know that we focus a lot on what happens here in Huntsville, but I've talked to Greg Smith over at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home about this place before, and he said, oh yeah, I love it. But man, it is some of the best sausage, brisket, and so if you're looking for another place to eat and you want to just get out of town, I know we want to keep things local, but head over to Texans Barbecue there in Willis and Montgomery County. It's just, I don't want to say it's a hole in the wall, but it is. It's a really small little place. They've been around, I think, since 2000, so they've been in business for a while. But it's a small little building. You can drive through, and the family that runs that, they're very good folks, just like the McKenzie family here in Huntsville. So if you're looking to get out of Huntsville and get some barbecue, head over to Texans. If you're in Huntsville and you want to get something to eat, of course, go see our good friends Kevin and Lisa over at McKenzie's Barbecue. I did want to start this morning by saying it was a very early morning for myself. My daughter decided that she was going to get up at around 4:15 this morning, and I have no idea why, other than dirty diaper. So John will be on a little bit. I'm sure he can attest to that. But she, I kind of look at it this way. We needed her to start waking up at 5 with Bridget's new job. And so I think God just kind of put that in her brain to start getting up at 5, which is awesome. So she started doing that on her own. But I'm hoping that it doesn't start with this 4:15 every morning because it made for a much longer morning today. But those of you that have children, you probably know that. But, anyways, a lot of fun raising the little ones. And so, 4:15 is when we got going this morning, and we are ready to rock and roll. I want to know from any of you out there, what time do you normally get up and get moving? Some of you may still be in bed this morning, and I don't blame you, but I want to know kind of what the general consensus is. So send some comments. Let us know what time you get out of bed. And I'm not talking about the time that your alarm goes off and you keep hitting snooze and snooze and snooze and snooze and maybe snooze again. Let me know exactly what time you finally get out of bed, and maybe we can form a baseline here in Huntsville about what time people wake up. We are going to take a break here in just a few moments. Got a new keyword this week as we'll be giving away today a $30 gift card to Cafe Texan, so you want to stay tuned for that. And we will have John Hightower here in just a few moments. He is from HP Soundcraft. We're going to learn more about his great business, how things are going, and maybe some educational pieces this morning on some things that he does in the mobile DJing business, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. We've gotten to know John over the last 4 or 5 months. He's an outstanding young man, and he has got a business that is just rocking and rolling here in our community, and we want to support and lift up. Someone had reached out to me a while back and said, what can we do, or here on Hello Huntsville, what can we do to help businesses? And we really are this year trying to take a focus on helping to raise awareness of businesses in our community, especially small businesses. And we all know how important it is to get out. And so think about that today. I know I mentioned earlier, heading over to Texans Barbecue and supporting local small business. But think of that today. If there's a product or a service that you need, can you get that product and service here in town or in this area? or is it something that you have to go online for? And so I challenge you this morning. Maybe you've got some children that you want to buy toys for. We have a beautiful toy store right downtown here, Adler Family Toys. Go by and see the Adler family, Shane and his wife, Madeline. They just had another baby, Bear, and they are just wonderful, wonderful folks here and a great family. So think about those things as you go throughout this week, and maybe that's the inspiration already to get started this morning, is think about how you can bless someone else in this community. And one of the best ways that you can do that is by supporting local small business. So as you go out for products and services, think about, is there somebody in town that offers those same products and services before you hop on the old A-wagon, the Amazon wagon. I know you can get everything on Amazon. I buy from Amazon, but I try to keep things as local as much as I can. So think about that as we go on today. Hey, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. John Hightower's in studio. Kyle Kreiner's here with us as well, the Brisketeer of Huntsville, coming to hang out again. But we'll take a break. We'll have our national news, and then we'll have John on the other side. Stay with us. A lot to come here on the show this morning as we get rocking and rolling. This is your show. As always, it's Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back after this.
USA News, I'm Ryan Daniels. The White House considering the U.S.'s response since American military officials confirmed that 3 U.S. service members have been killed in a drone strike by Iranian-backed militia groups in the Middle East. It happened late Saturday night at a base in northeast Jordan. U.S. Central Command says 25 U.S. service members were wounded in the attack. House Republicans in D.C. poised to advance their impeachment case against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas this week. Texas Congressman Michael McCall is blaming Mayorkas for a dereliction of duty.
8 million encounters, 300 on the terror watch list. 200 million people dead now thanks to fentanyl poisoning.
McCall on with Fox News Sunday claimed dereliction of duty rises to the level of high crimes and misdemeanors. Over the weekend, House Republicans released 2 articles of impeachment against Mayorkas with plans to advance them out of committee on Tuesday. Meanwhile, on the campaign trail.
Give me as president the emergency authority to shut down the border until it could get back under control. If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly.
President Biden on the campaign trail in South Carolina ahead of the Democrat primary, which is coming up on Saturday, February 3rd. He's urging Congress to pass the Senate's bipartisan immigration bill, but it's tied to Ukraine funding.
USA's Laura Winters. The president of the United Auto Workers is making it a point to pit blue-collar working-class voters against former President Trump.
Donald Trump has a history of serving himself and standing for the billionaire class, and that's contrary to everything that working-class people stand for.
UAW President Shawn Fain issuing the remarks during an interview with CBS's Face the Nation on Sunday. Fain announced the UAW's endorsement of the Biden campaign last week. Super Bowl 58 is now set. The reigning champion Kansas City Chiefs will defend their title against the NFC's San Francisco 49ers. This is USA News.
Hey, here's a question. After you wear your clothes, you toss them in the washing machine, right? Nobody wants to wear dirty clothes. So how come you don't throw your shoes in the washing machine when they get dirty? I mean, come on. Your shoes are touching the filthy ground all day long. Gross. Well, with Skechers, you can. Because most Skechers are machine washable. That's right. Skechers are specially made so you can toss them right in the washing machine and keep them clean and looking new. And when they look new, you can confidently wear them longer. That's less shoes you're going to want to throw away, which means less waste. And it'll save you tons of dough. I love that. Plus, machine washable Skechers are for the whole family, men, women, and kids. So when your kids get their shoes dirty, and we know they will, just wash them. Brilliant. And even our latest technology, new hands-free Skechers slip-ins are washable. You just step right in and go without bending down or even touching your shoes. So give your Skechers the same treatment you give your clothes. Just toss them in the washing machine and keep them looking brand spanking new. Find machine washable Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear happens to be sold.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
All right, friends, back at it here. Time now 7:50. 7:50 in the morning. Thanks for waking up. Happy Monday to you. We are here on a Monday, brought to you by our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union, the financial experts here in Huntsville. If you're looking for a new bank, maybe you want to open a new account, whether it's a business or personal account, they can take care of you. Also, personal loans and business loans. Go by and see Karen and Denise at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Again, they will take excellent care of you, and I can say that with confidence because we have our nonprofit account there. I've got my personal, our business account, and also a loan from them. So we've done pretty much everything over at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Do want to remind you, too, on not only is Walker County Federal Credit Union helping to make our show possible on a Monday, but a big shout-out as well to Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com for sponsoring our studio. We appreciate Elliot very much. And also Paul Oley of the Gallery right next door to us. He helped provide this space for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Go by and see my good friend Paul Oley. It's Paul Oley of the Gallery. Well, here we are. Let's check it out here. Watch this. We're just going to go like this. Boom. There he is. John Hightower in the house. Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you.
Can I say it like we said on the phone the other day? The hour of power.
Hour of power.
Yeah, this is the hour. I may get in trouble for that. You know, that was a trademark show back in the day, I think. I told you there was a preacher there at the Crystal Cathedral. Have you ever heard of this place?
No.
It's a Catholic church now, but it used to be this big, I think it was a non-denominational church. But it was before, you know, nowadays big churches are pretty well known. There's huge churches all over the place. But back in like the 70s, that wasn't a big thing. There weren't these really big churches widely known, and the Crystal Cathedral was one of the first. And they built this beautiful building. It was unbelievable. And I remember even on Sunday, because we had antenna growing up, so on Sunday mornings, the only thing you could pick up was the hour of power at the Crystal Cathedral. And that's what I remember growing up, man. Although, you know, I was born in the mid-'80s, or early 80s, not the 70s. But that was it back in the day. So John Hightower, the hour of power, joining us here on the show this morning, man. John, what have you been up to, dude?
Oh, man, you know, been preparing for some weddings coming up. Usually April and October are like my hot months. That's I think that's like Texas's wedding season. And because like my mentor, he's in Canada.
Ah, okay.
And so like he's got different times, you know, and then different times whenever he kind of more relaxes and works on kind of building his library and stuff. So whenever he's hot, I'm working on my stuff, and whenever, so it's nice to have moments of time whenever you can kind of like pull from them at different times,
Well, John Hightower's here. He's with HP Soundcraft, a mobile DJ here in the Huntsville area. We had him on last year. I guess, we're just a couple of months into doing our show, and it's so great to have you back, John. And I ran into you at the HEB parking lot.
Oh,
I guess, what was it, a couple of months ago?
Yes.
And I said, hey, man, can you come back on the show? And you said, sure. And here you are. So I'm glad to have you back and to touch base with you and to see how things are going. John, since it's been a while, we still have our faithful audience that's been with us for quite some time, but we're so blessed to have so many new folks that are listening and watching this show every morning now. Maybe tell folks out there that don't know you a little bit about yourself and kind of tell us the story leading up to how you got into the business.
How I got it? Well, I'm a musician. I've always, ever since I've been able to pick up a guitar, I've been trying to like find sounds and make that work. I think I really first got into it whenever I got like music editing software, and so I would like take these loops and just really orchestrate music out of it. And it was probably more EDM, techno sort of stuff. And then
Kyle's in the studio. He's back here. He's like feeling it right now.
Well, it's funny. It's DJ music, but I never considered myself a DJ at any point.
Yeah.
Again, another thing that I should have like been able to pick up on was my parents were both karaoke DJs.
Okay.
They got into it early, and then whenever they separated, they were still doing karaoke somewhere, and my dad and stepmom, they're still doing karaoke over at Los Agavales and different areas. So they're local DJs as well. They just do karaoke.
So it is, this is where I was getting at, John. And I know you started mentioning some of the business, which is great, but it's like, how did you get in? And you mentioned the music, but then there's that family connection.
It's a big part of it, because I know like audio well enough, and after that I got into like bands, and then my own solo music as well, and so I've known how to use mixers and amps, and that's just from the beginning, how to work a microphone, how to set it up, so that's kind of always been there. And then whenever I finally got like a digital console, sort of like a turntable set up, that's whenever it was like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, it's great, man. Well, John, not only, the business, but you're a daddy as well.
Yep.
Did you grow up in this area?
I did. Well, yeah. I was born in Conroe, and I've always lived around, but like I did my high school career and up like here in Huntsville, and I haven't left since.
Awesome, man.
So like I remember my mom was moving. I was living with her. I was 18, and she was like, "Well, I'm gonna move to Conroe, and you're coming with, right?" And I was like, "Well, I got a girlfriend here. I got a job here. It wasn't that great of it. It was Promark, but
but you're doing good things.
It was something. But biggest thing was I got a band here.
Yeah,
and so I just stuck here. Lived pretty tight on a budget for a little while, but kind of became a man here. You know,
well, it's good. And then your son, right? You have a son, is this right?
Yes, I have a son. I've got 3 stepkids.
3, okay.
My son, he's 12, and he plays guitar like you wouldn't believe.
Did he pick this up from you? Was it kind of?
There's no other way for sure. Yeah. No, I've definitely been teaching him. A lot. He's got a flying V, and so that's like his big thing. He just loves, but he ends up pulling out mine because it's already on a rack.
Well, explain the flying V.
Okay. So it's shaped like a V.
Okay.
That's it. That's basically
talking about electric guitar shaped like the V. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, it's a good story, John, and one thing that we love doing here on this show is just lifting up and highlighting people and the great contributions that they're making, whether it's a nonprofit or through a business like yours. How long have you been in business now doing this mobile DJ?
I'd say professionally about 2 years, but I've done a few weddings before that for sure. And then I decided this is what I want to do. This is what I like doing. And then, at the very beginning, this is what I count, at least what I count for taxes. The first day of 2022 is whenever I claim this is whenever I started my business. This is whenever I took it professionally. Obviously, when you get started, you don't just have a clientele. People aren't talking about you. So I set up with the Knot, which is like the first place that couples go. And while it's a giant pool of fish for other vendors, it seems to work the best because that is where your target audience is going. So I got set up with the Knot. That's very expensive monthly just to have a listing, which is wild, but it paid for itself. I got so many calls, in the first month, and I'm like, okay, this might have been a good decision. Yeah. So I've stayed with them for a while, but now I'm finally getting a little bit of recognition, I'll do a wedding and then they'll see how I do. And, usually they'll tell other people about me as well. It's like, hey, we had a DJ and he did this. And so from there,
It's all word of mouth, starts working out really well. Again, John Hightower joining us this morning from HP Soundcraft, mobile DJ here in Huntsville and the surrounding area. You can go to his website online at hpsoundcraft.com. John, where did the name come from? Because when I first thought of course, I thought of the computer company HP.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, cool, man, this guy's like doing some sort of sound with HP. But then I got to know you. I was like, that's not it at all. It's a mobile DJ. So where did the name come from?
Okay, so the story, the Call of Cthulhu.
You'll have to explain this, yeah.
Giant octopus monster, right? Okay, so who wrote that was H.P. Lovecraft. And so H.P. Lovecraft was like a writer, and there's something about that style that's kind of obscure. And I think that all in all, with my personality and everything, there's something obscure, sometimes a little dark, but like when it comes to the professionalism, and I've explained this before, it's more of a yin-yang. Whenever I play music for myself, it's like dark and aggressive and like heavy. I've been in metal bands. That's just kind of like my thing. But whenever I play for other people, it's more beautiful. It's more, I'm trying to uplift the room. I'm trying to get people dancing. And I really do the polar opposite of what I would do for myself.
Gotcha.
Because the stuff I like and the stuff, even the music I make, even today, it's not danceable. It's more of the folk realm rather than the bass line,
Well, that's good though. So you're still, obviously this is your main thing now is HP Soundcraft, right? Or
it's my business.
But you still have an opportunity to do what you enjoy. I know you enjoy doing this, obviously, but you're still getting to play music as well, which is one of your passions.
I still get to write from the heart.
Good, man.
I feel like I'm playing other people's music whenever I'm DJing. Definitely levels of creativity that comes with it. Like there's a lot of like, should I go into this or that? And whenever they try to teach you about like DJing, they're like, it's all about a smooth transition. There should be no, breaks or anything. It should go from song into the next by beat matching. And yes, that's of course important. But like sometimes it's nice to break it up and like do like a with the record or whatever, just kind of slow it down out of nowhere. And then, hey, yeah, from Outkast, my baby don't mess, just out of nowhere,
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to have like a big drop and change, and that's where the creativity comes from. You just kind of have to like make it work for the party you're at, Like I don't know every genre of music for sure, but if I find out, we're doing this type of music at this event, I'm gonna learn about it. I'm going to do some homework. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm only English speaking. It would be great if I was Spanish speaking. That would be awesome. I could definitely double up on the clientele.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of events that even if I'm not emceeing in Spanish, I'm definitely still like, doing events that are gonna have Spanish music. Almost every event has, maybe some Daddy Yankee or some heavy reggaeton, in the dancing aspect of it. You can play Gasolina. That gets people. Doesn't matter who you are, they're gonna get going.
Michelle just walked in and she's like, yes. I love it, man.
So,
it's John Hightower with HP Soundcraft here, mobile DJ in Huntsville, joining us. I love your energy, man. I love what you bring to the table. Your creativity is so awesome, John. Your favorite event, DJing, it sounds like it's weddings, but I mean, you do pretty much a batch of everything. Maybe let us know about the full scope of services, because it's not just you showing up and. This, and I can say this not just because John's here, today, and I know John, but I've seen so many DJs show up and they bring this little table and a little light that they got on Amazon. That's not what you're going to get with John. You're going to get the full professional mix. The way that you set up your sound booth, it flows into the event as well.
Right.
It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb is what I'm, and I'm not knocking other DJs, but I've seen it. It's
that's a point I was going to make as well.
Yeah, talk about that.
There is a moment in time to hire a DJ like that. That makes sense for certain events. You know what I mean? With me, it's going to probably cost more money, but you're getting a completely different setup. You're getting a clean setup. You're getting, no wires visible. I hide behind a little facade. They call it a facade because it is a facade.
Yeah.
You're hiding all of your wires, all your stuff behind it. I've got, the crazy lights. I just recently got uplighting, which is lighting that goes around the room, shoots up on the wall.
Cool.
And I can also control that as well, so it kind of goes with the music.
So are you on one hand zzz, and on the other doing the lighting? How are you working,
man? It's wild, yeah.
Show us how you do it, man.
I do. What did you do?
I have no idea, dude. There's a hand here. There's one on the light.
I really just record it ahead of time, and then I don't even do it. I just act like I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's really cool, John, the creativity that goes into this. A lot of times people think you just show up and you do something. Bridget and I had a really quick wedding that we had to plan, and to be honest, we didn't have time to hire a DJ, and it makes a world of difference. We knew our wedding was going to be extremely simple, and so I brought a speaker, and it's not easy. Let me just say, especially as the groom getting married, you shouldn't be running the music.
Oh, yeah. I got married last year.
I should have called John Hightower, but you were already booked up. I knew you were busy.
Yeah. That's how it works.
But John, it's really cool to hear the different things. So you mentioned the music, but also the lighting. What are some other services that you offer?
So I do the DJing for weddings. That's mostly my target. It pays more. But I'll do school events as well, and I'll definitely get the music going for that. Obviously, we stay with, just clean music. I don't have to ask ahead of time. It's how aggressive are we going, But, I'll do school events. I'll do birthday parties, quinceañeras, as long as they are cool with just an English-speaking MC. Mm-hmm. Sweet 16s, all different types of events. That's pretty much what I do whenever it comes to DJing. I've been recently kind of picking up a little bit more of the at home making mixes, just at least practice my skill of, going from one track to another. And then, obviously, it's not necessarily under the HP Soundcraft name, but, I make my own music. I've got music on Spotify and Amazon, where it's just me, and then sometimes my buddy, who's my roommate, he's an outstanding drummer, Nico Cantu. He's just the best. We'll make some music together. I've definitely made music for people. I've had a couple come up to me because they've heard some other music that I've done, and their son had passed, mm-hmm. but he left behind some lyrics, and they wanted to see it come to life.
Oh, wow.
And so, I took the lyrics. I kind of changed the order of how they were put. I just kind of listened to the melodies in my head and where that took me. And you can find that on Spotify now, Words of Rhyme from Penholder. Penholder's my music. But I've also done podcast as well. That I have done actually under the HP Soundcraft name, where we just kind of do, we talk about different playlists, different Spotify playlists. It's a Spotify exclusive podcast because Spotify will allow us to play the music. So we'll do a playlist and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll play a song, and then we'll talk about that song and play a song, and it's really a lot of fun.
That is cool.
I could talk about music forever.
Well, it's cool, John. And one thing that I wanted to highlight, too, again, John Hightower joining us here from HP Soundcraft this morning, mobile DJ here in Huntsville and throughout the area. your website, you have so much information. You've really updated it since the last time I've seen you. You've put information there about, hey, if you're getting married, here's some steps that you need to take, and it specifically ties in to getting a DJ such as yourself. Maybe highlight some of the things that folks can find on the website.
Yeah, so definitely under the weddings tab, it's got the different steps. But after that is the really important thing that I'm going to start putting in my brochures as well, because even if they don't hire me, they could use this. And even if I'm booked or something, I'm going to give you this information. hpsoundcraft.com/weddings. You'll see from the very beginning of a wedding all the way to the very end, those important songs, you can put them down and think about them. You go from the pre-ceremony music, the processional, the bridal walk, the recessional, and then all of those different things. And I'll go into detail of what kind of music or what that is meant to be or what it is, and then even in the reception, the different areas, and then, you want a special song for your bouquet and garter. And I feel like bouquet and garter is kind of phasing out. I say about 50% of the receptions that I do even have that. But I love whenever there's a creative concept involved in that garter, because I even feel, and I'll still do it for sure, but I even feel like garter can be a little invasive. It's in front of your family. Yeah. It's kind of, but depending on the type of family, it makes, there's a difference, Yeah. But I've seen creative ideas like the groom will keep the garter in his pocket, so he doesn't have to go through.
What he should do is take a mop stick and put a hook on it, and you just, then you just.
That's what I did at my wedding, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, right, dude.
So, but there's also, we could just do the bouquet toss, but that'll be for everybody, regardless of gender. It's just.
That's cool.
I like that idea. Last year when we did my wedding, it was the old school, original, put on pony from Genuine, and then the actual garter.
So let me ask you this: at your wedding, so you hired a DJ,
right?
right?
I'm going to hear this again. Everybody says it.
Yeah. So what happened? You didn't DJ your own wedding, did you?
Okay. So maybe half of the equipment that was used was mine.
Okay.
Just 'cause I'm picky. The whole ceremony rig was mine. I just had it set up for the DJ. DJ was totally cool.
Okay. Well, how does a DJ find a DJ, though? That's what I'm getting at. Is this a colleague, a friend of yours?
Here's the thing, man. We all try to stay friends. It's not competitive because we do get booked. Mm-hmm. So it's important, to be able to be like, sorry, I'm actually booked this day, but I can help you out. I know a guy who can do. This is his style of event that he likes to do.
I think you did that for our friends at Tomorrow's Promise. They had called you about an event. I think it was the Lasso Your Imagination event, and you were booked up, and then you referred to somebody else, which is awesome, man.
That guy was also the wedding or the DJ of my wedding as well.
How cool is that? Yeah. Well, John, I think it's awesome, man. A great business here in town. And I know you've talked a lot about weddings, but maybe you've got an event coming up and you need a DJ and you're just thinking, I don't know if John would have me, if he would come to my event or not. All you got to do is go to the website, give him a call, and he can let you know his availability. And if it's something that he's able to do, he'll shoot straight with you. He's not going to beat around the bush.
Absolutely.
And if he can't do it, that's what I love about John. He's not going to say, oh, I'm booked, thanks, and hang up the phone. He's going to do just like he did for Rick and Kate, Tomorrow's Promise. He's going to say, hey, I'm booked. I'm really sorry, but I know somebody. Try this guy.
Right.
And I think that's so important in business. I talk to a lot of businesses, and there's so many missed opportunities because you could easily say, oh, I'm booked. Sorry, hang up. They're never going to call you again.
Right. They'll remember that,
But the fact that you referred somebody is probably going to prompt somebody to call you again next time. I remember John was so nice. He was very professional. He didn't just hang up, act like he didn't want my business. Oh, I'm too busy for you. No, that's not John. And you found a guy to help out. And that's what you're going to get when you call John.
You do a consultation with me, even if I'm booked. Can I still talk about music for an hour? That's what I'll do. It's like, I'm sorry I'm booked, but I don't know. What do you think about this new Bruno Mars album?
So do you offer that service? Like, let's say that somebody
just talk about music.
Yeah, you should.
I wish. Yeah.
Yeah, you charge $100. Somebody talk to him.
But
for 30
I would do it for free, man.
You just love music.
Just call me if you need a DJ for anything. Just call me. We'll at least have a good time in the consultation.
There you go, man. It's a free consultation. Well, John, keep up the great work, man. Again, find out more information about his business online at hpsoundcraft.com. I did want to ask you, what are some of the areas, before we go, some of the areas that you serve, obviously here in Huntsville, but kind of how far out do you go? Let us know some of that.
Anywhere, pretty much. I just do $50 add-on per county that I travel. So, we're doing Houston, that's $100 on top of whatever it is. And then, if I do any discounts, that's kind of like an over the whole whatever I'm planning on charging you for it. So the packages are also on my website. There's a lot of DJs that will like hide the pricing, and it's a good tactic because it's like they're going to go ahead and get you on the phone. But a lot of people, they just want to find out how much it's going to cost. So on my website, hpsoundcraft.com/pricing, it tells you everything that you need to know. And I can get you a discount if you found out about it from here.
Awesome, man. Well, there you go. I love the transparency, and you're exactly right. When I had my IT company, it was amazing how many other IT companies didn't talk about their pricing. And this was back in, we were straightforward. We told people straight up, it's going to cost this. And we got in so busy that we ended up having fixed like flat rate pricing because on a computer we didn't know if it was going to take an hour or 5 hours, and some people were like, well, what if it takes 5 hours? So we just came up with the flat rate pricing. But that transparency helped us, even though that we weren't the cheapest in town. And that's something else. I know a lot of times, and I know it's difficult for a lot of folks financially right now. We've all been there. But, not everybody's looking for that cheap price. They want great service, and great service comes at a good price.
Well, and then that's the thing, the subjective aspect of it. I feel like a lot of DJs can just kind of eyeball it. Well, I think I'm worth this today. You know what I mean? I feel like that transparency and that flat rate kind of like take away that sense of, does he know what he's doing?
Well, he does, and it's John Hightower.
Giving you all the same.
I'm thinking of this while I've been talking to you because this has been just flowing through my head here, and I'm trying to remember this guy's name. Man, I've got to find this now. This is bothering me. I'm looking this up right now. I think it was Bobby Schuler was the guy's name. That was it. 1970 is when the Hour of Power went on. Well, there's a new hour, and you're going to get what? 6? Is it 5 hours of power? What is it? The standard package?
Well, it's 6 hours.
6 hours of power.
I feel like I'm the new Joel Osteen now. No, definitely 6 hours. That doesn't include your, how the 2 hours that it's going to take to set up, and then the 1 hour it's going to take to break down. It's like, if you're like, our wedding, we start this time, and then this time, it's like 6 hours, and then 150 per hour after that we've already discussed and figured out.
But it is like a 6 hour block.
6 hours is a good block for a wedding.
Perfect.
And 6 hours is a good block for probably any event that I'm going to be doing. It's actually more than you need. And that also keeps me hanging out if you need me to hang out, And I mean, there's a lot of times whenever I'm done putting everything away and I'm just still hanging out, just like trying to like help people get things going, because weddings are weird because when you do a wedding, that's your wedding, either you've left or, you're stuck putting all your stuff that you put in here, trying to take it out, and, you've only got so much family that's going to stay back. Some of them have been drinking. They're just trying to find a safe way home. But, like, there's a lot of times, that I'll just do extra stuff, like light candles, get things going, get things ready to go. Because most of the time I'm giving myself 2 hours to set up because I don't know what the traffic's like. I'm preparing for worst case scenarios. Everything's totally doable. Everything's totally something we can work with, but only if I give myself that availability in that time. And so more than likely, I'm going to set up in an hour and sit in my truck for another hour, just kind of like waiting. But if there's stuff that I could do, I'd rather just kind of help out, get everything going, because me and the other vendors should only have like one goal, and that's to make this day the Super Bowl.
I love it, man. Love that. And it's so good that you can tell the professionalism, not only the professionalism, but the passion that you have for what you do as well, John.
Thanks. So. I definitely have passion.
So check them out online. Again, it is hpsoundcraft.com. Book your 6 hours of power. We're gonna have that, the hours of power here on HP Soundcraft. So, well, John, thank you, man. It's so good to catch up with you again, and we'll continue to keep you in our prayers. We know that things are rocking and rolling, and we just believe you're doing such a good work here in this community, man. So thank you for all that you do. It's John Hightower. Check him out one final time online at hpsoundcraft.com. You can find out more information there. on the website. Well, hey, we do have a keyword today. Just like John, he won $30 to Cafe Texan. What was it, last
Friday.
week? Yeah, it was on Friday.
Yeah.
I already gave him the card, so it is legit, right, John? You got the card. It's not a fake.
It's a fake.
No, you got the card, dude. Where's the card at, John?
It was a fake. I just threw it away.
No, it is not fake, John. This is legitimate. See, Kyle has his too. So $30 we're giving away. Look, here it is. Kyle, you need to go use yours, man. Look, this is legit. Cafe Texan gift card right here. Let me put it in front of John. See, he has it. Cafe Texan.
I didn't get mine.
You wanted it to be quiet because you're not wanting to take people. That's what it is. You're wanting to go on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not win. Never mind.
Yeah.
Keyword today, though, we are giving away a $30 gift card to our friends at the Cafe Texan. How about the keyword smile? You know, it's time just to smile.
Absolutely.
The sun is out. The rain is gone. It's a beautiful day. This week, it's all about smiling. And all you got to do, I don't know why I put a water background. I did find like a video of a smile, but it just looked creepy. I didn't want to have like someone smile behind the keyword. So we just put a little ocean water in there. So smile.
There you go, yeah.
All you got to do today is smile. Text in the keyword smile along with your name on the Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line at 936-339-0139. That's the text word. This week, we've got a $30 gift card to Cafe Texan coming your way. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. We'll have more as we continue on. It's your show. As always, this is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us, friends.
Rob here, and I'm excited to welcome Abby from the Color Bar, where they're all about meeting every community need with continuous innovation.
Thanks, Rob. We're thrilled to evolve, offering stylish cuts for kids, men, and women, alongside expert coloring services.
That's fantastic. What's new and exciting in the world of the Color Bar?
We're always adding to our repertoire. Whether it's trendy cuts for all ages or dynamic coloring techniques, our team is geared up for it.
That's great to hear. Any sneak peek into future plans?
Our community drives us, Rob. Stay tuned for more services on the horizon, ensuring we cater to everyone's unique tastes.
Exciting times ahead. And Abby, tell us about the Color Bar's locations.
We're not just in one spot, we're spreading the magic in multiple locations. You can find us in Huntsville and Conroe.
Fantastic. So listeners, for a stylish experience with the Color Bar, visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972. With multiple locations, they're here to give you a look that feels uniquely yours.
We can't wait to welcome everyone to the Color Bar.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
When you live and work in the town where you were born and raised, lots of people become just like family. I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Over the years, we've shared a lot of good times and some tough times, and I'm honored to be the one you call on in your time of need. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our goal is to help our neighbors in need and always provide the most outstanding service available, even on those really tough days. I thank you for your trust in us. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we're here for you.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine masculine for my engagement band. And he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold. Also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget. And as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com. Welcome back out at Huntsville. Time now 8:23 in the a.m. Waking up on a Monday. It's not a mundane Monday. It's a magnificent Monday. Don't wake up with a negative attitude. You know what? This morning I got up. My daughter got me up really early, 4:15. I was like, I'm so tired. I laid back down. The cool thing about when your child wakes up at 4:15 is it's like snuggle time. So she snuggled with Daddy for a little bit.
Oh.
But the problem is I got up at 4:15, Michelle, and that was not cool. But you know what? I said, instead of being upset and all grouchy, I said, you know what a blessing. My little girl woke up and she wanted to come snuggle with Mommy and Daddy for a little bit.
Exactly.
So look at the positives. Just like
positive.
Just like Michelle being here, Miss
Right.
Positive herself.
I'm
Michelle,
back.
you're always happy and smiling and joyful. That's such a good thing.
I try my best.
Well, it's Michelle Cardenas. She is our intern, paid intern, by the way. So you got your pay, right? Did you get it this week? Okay, I'm just making sure. We had to do things differently for Michelle. This new generation, they don't take like direct deposit checks. They're like, what is that? You got to like Cash App or Venmo them. So I had to set up like a whole special back end to Hello Huntsville just to take care of Michelle. But I'm just kidding. It wasn't no big deal, Michelle. We're so thankful to have you. Michelle and I, we've been busy. A lot going on.
We have a lot. Busy days.
Yeah, last week was crazy. This week's going to be busy as well. We're working on a great project for our friends at the city. So trying to get that thing wrapped up. We're doing a lot here at Hello Huntsville and so many other projects. You got to sit in with us, too, during one of our planning meetings for the Collegiate Day of Prayer.
Yes, that was great.
Really
that was
cool.
Awesome.
From that meeting, and we're really excited about this. It's not focused on one church. It's all churches coming together. But one thing that was really cool about that meeting is we had several folks there from the university, and they have taken this project and really taken it to heart. And we just had another meeting. You weren't at this one, but this was the other afternoon, Michelle. They are possibly expecting maybe upwards of 500 students now at the event, and it's going to take place at the Criminal Justice Auditorium.
It will. That's exciting.
So, it's going to happen the last Thursday or the last day. It always happens. The Collegiate Day of Prayer always happens the last Thursday in February. Just so happens this year, I think that's on a Thursday, the 29th, or the last Thursday of February, I think is what it is. So it's going to be a great event. We're just believing in some great things that God's going to do throughout our community and through our students at Sam Houston State University. But, so you were a part of that planning meeting, got to meet some folks, and we've been at Rotary. And just a lot going on. And then on top of all that, Michelle is a student. She's studying criminal justice is your main deal, right?
Yes.
But then you're also engaged in other things in the community, such as this weekend.
Yes.
So tell us what you did on Saturday.
So this past weekend, we went to the Win Home. Some of you may know March 6th, Empty Bowls is coming up. It's their fundraiser that they do. And so the whole idea is providing a meal for those that don't have one. And so everyone creates a bowl, and on that day they sell them, and they also have soup provided that you eat from the bowls. And so this year we decided to actually create our own bowls, and that's what we were doing this weekend. We were decorating our bowls, painting them, making them our own, and we're super excited because we get to have soup from our own bowls this year. So
did y'all are those things going in the kiln?
Correct. Yes, they are.
The way that I saw y'all do those, my aunt, she paints on porcelain.
Okay.
It's a really specialized art when you paint porcelain. There's not it's one of those niches for an artist, and she's really good at it. I got to say, because she's my aunt, I say she's world renowned. She texted me, in fact, yesterday or this weekend and said, she just got invited. She's going international. She's going to be in the UK sometime in the next year or so, teaching in the UK now too, periodically. But the reason I brought her up is because it's so weird when you paint, the colors kind of look dull.
Right,
But then you put it in that kiln and fire that bad boy up, and they just start glossing and glistening,
yes,
right?
We're super excited. We took before pictures, and we're ready to see the after.
Where was the
Very
kiln
excited.
at? Do they have one at the Win Home?
Yes, they do. In the little studio outside, they have a kiln.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my aunt, she had to get like the electrician to come and add extra power to her house because she has like 4 of them. And she does so much of this porcelain painting that she had to have like this huge one installed, and it took like its own power. I don't know the details of it, but she had to like have the electrician wire it specifically for that.
Wow.
So she's
intense.
into it. Well, it's cool though. This event is coming up, and I didn't know anything about the event, so you brought it to my attention.
Yeah.
And it's a really great opportunity to support local organizations like the Win Home. Maybe tell us. I'm putting you on the spot. Some other organizations that you've been able to work with.
As far as like the city or
yeah,
the
just wherever.
university?
Yeah, through Leap Ambassadors.
There's so many. I think our biggest one is definitely the Win Home. We do have a lot of events with Main Street that a lot of our community knows about. Scare on the Square, all these different things. A couple events coming up, like Chili at the Lodge. That's this weekend.
Are you going to be there?
Yes, I will be
Are you
judging.
Are you
Yes,
really? Oh,
yes.
boo, hold up. High five. Here we go. Awesome. Michelle's going to be judging the
Yes.
chili. Come on.
I will be judging, so that's exciting. We also have events like the Easter egg hunt coming up at the Win Home. I believe it's a music kind of thing that they do here at Main Street. I'm not sure what it's called, but that's coming up, so we're super excited. We have a lot happening.
I'm really excited about that chili, though. Let's be honest. They had asked us to be a judge also, and just some obligations came up with Bridget and I, so we can't be out there long, but we're going to definitely drop by. That's on Saturday.
Yes.
I think when does it get started? Like the vendors show up? I think it's like 9 a.m.
I believe so. I believe the event starts at 10.
And then the chili gets going right after that.
Yeah.
So come on out. It's going to be a great time. This weekend, I think that's the premier event here in Huntsville is that chili at the Lodge. And you know what? Is it? I don't want to jinx it. Hold on. I haven't even looked at the weather this weekend. Let's pull it up real quick. Because I know today it's beautiful. It's going to be in the upper 60s. It was cold this morning. It's cold here in the studio. All right, fingers crossed. Oh, no. Yikes.
How's it looking?
Saturday, showers likely and a possible thunderstorm. Mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-60s, but a 70% chance of rain.
Uh-oh.
And on Friday, mostly sunny and 70. It's the way it usually works, right?
Yep.
So Bridget and I's wedding, we were going to have it. We still had it at Elkins, but we were going to have it at the gazebo. We timed it all. We did all the research, on our own. It sounds like it's some scientific formula. But we drove by and we noticed the sun sets right behind the gazebo, right? It starts to go down around 4:30, hits the water. Beautiful. That was going to be the backdrop for our wedding, right?
Oh.
And it had been sunny and nice and everything. And then, of course, that weekend, only the rain decided to come, and we had to move it to a different location there at Elkins.
That's not good.
So, yeah, it's always tough when these events. But the thing about Chili at the Lodge, it's still going to happen regardless of rain.
Right.
Just some of the vendors that may kind of put a damper on some of that. But the chili's still going to be cooking and tasting, and I'm sure that if it ends up being a big rain, they'll just move it all indoors. They've got an area over there.
Yeah.
So
So
cool.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
super exciting.
Chili at the Lodge happening, and you can find out more information online. You can go to HelloHuntsvilleTX.com and just search for Chili at the Lodge or Josie Scout Lodge, and you'll see the article that we put up a while back about that event coming up. So, Michelle, one thing that I noticed, are you a NASCAR fan?
Yes.
You had a NASCAR shirt on. I noticed because Bridget and I were like, we were going through Facebook last night. And she's like, "That Michelle?" I said, "Yeah." And then that's when I found out about y'all painting the bull. I was like, "She's wearing a NASCAR shirt."
Yeah, I'm huge car fan.
Really?
Yes.
Just do you like any kind of huge
More
NASCAR?
Sort of more into the classics.
Okay.
Like I'm talking 1957 Chevy Bel Airs. Like that's one of my dream cars. Super excited about getting one, hopefully. So yeah.
All right. Well, talk to Rick and Kay Boning because they collect cars as well. Her dad is really big into that. So there you go. There's your connection. The car connection finding out here on Hello Huntsville this morning.
Oh.
Well, hey, let's take a break. We're going to take one final break. We're an hour in. We want to get to the phone lines to our Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line here in just a little bit. We do have a winner today, $30 gift card to Cafe Texan coming someone's way. We'll take a brief break. We'll be right back, and we'll announce that winner when we come back. Stay with us. We'll close it out here in just a few moments. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville.
I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Have you heard of Google, Amazon, or Wikipedia? Their founders were all Montessori students. Montessori is the only educational method developed by a doctor using the scientific method for what was best for the child. Come check out our award-winning childcare schools at Tomorrow's Promise. Did you know that 90% of brain development happens the first 5 years of life? Early childhood education is the most important time of life. Come find out what makes us different and why we are now adding a third location. Visit tpms.life for more information. Education you can trust.
Hey there, style enthusiasts. Rob Hipp here, joined by Abby from the Color Bar. Abby, what's the buzz for the new year at the Color Bar?
Hey Rob, we're kicking off the year with a fresh vibe featuring luxurious products like Oribe and Kevin Murphy.
Quality all the way. And what's the special offer for our listeners?
For a limited time, book any color service at the Color Bar and receive a fantastic gift with purchase. Elevate your new year with a touch of luxury.
Well, that sounds irresistible. How can our listeners grab this offer?
Easy. Visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972 to book your appointment. Treat yourself to a fabulous new look and enjoy a special gift on us.
Well, there you have it, folks. The Color Bar, where luxury meets style. Visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972. Cheers to a fabulous new look in the new year.
Time now, 8:34. If you're supposed to be at work at 8 o'clock, you are 34 minutes late. And we always like to say that on the show. So if you're supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, you get there at 7:55, you're on time. If you get there at 8 o'clock, you're late. And if you get there at 8:05, you're fired. That's my little slogan back in the day, Michelle. Welcome back in. Here we go as we continue on episode 201. I know the text on there says Billy Cawthon. For some reason, I thought I had that updated for today, and it did not update. So there you go. That's what we're going to have Michelle on top of that next time. You know, we're going to have to make like an FAA checklist. You know, before you get on a flight, you always have to go through this checklist. We're going to have one here on the show.
That's a good idea.
Michelle, you need to help me though, because we got to like do something with this studio. We're so thankful. We're thankful for Paul and the space, and thanks to Elliott's Jewelers for sponsoring our studio. Thanks to Walker County Federal Credit Union, who is normally with us on Mondays. There's just some things came up. Karen's out today with the city strategic planning. Denise was not able to get here this morning. She said she's been a little choked up and didn't want to pass it on to the children. So thank you, Denise, for that. They're already boogered up anyways, to be honest. But, you know, I have this vision in here. I want it to feel more like a talk show, like get rid of these tables. Although the tables are kind of cool, I guess. But I just want to have like chairs and a big round table. What do you think, Michelle?
That's a good idea.
What are your ideas?
Sort of like a late night show, that little setup that they have.
Yeah,
cool little interview.
Yes. There you go. Clay has the leather futon. Maybe he can bring, but that'd probably be uncomfortable. I'd probably go to sleep. I'd kick everybody out and just lay that thing down and go to sleep. But no, I thought about having some tables in here. We'll kind of change it up, now that here in just a couple of months, we're going to be a year into this already, which is crazy. It doesn't seem like it. It was actually, in fact, this time last year was when Bridget and I finally started to realize that maybe this isn't the job for us up in Fargo. Even though it was everything, and people know that watch this show, they know I talk about it all the time, but it was my dream. It was everything that I ever wanted. I worked my tail off for 15 years, 20 years to get to that level, and but then once you find out you got a baby on the way, another baby, and you're away from family, you just have to realize what's the most important thing in life. And, besides me being a believer, relationship with Jesus is number one. But I think on earth, your family is the most important thing. And you need to be there for your family.
Right,
and
you do.
Make sure. And I put a post out, in fact, on a couple of social media feeds that I'm part of a group on, just thinking about and reflecting on a few things. And I've had a lot of people in the industry ask me, like, why did you leave? And I haven't been real open, publicly about it other than the show and stuff. And it wasn't anything bad, obviously. It was family. But I put a post out this weekend because I was thinking about it. And there was another broadcaster I was talking to. And we were talking about that. And so many of these guys responded, Michelle, and they all said, like, man, I wish that I would have did that. I wish I would have did that 20 years ago, And so don't live in regret. Don't live in regret. But if there's something chugging at your heart, telling you like maybe you should do this, and maybe you should do this, I'm not a big fan of always listening to your heart because sometimes your heart's deceptive. But I am a big fan that if there's something that's constantly pulling at you, first I encourage you to pray about it. That's the number one thing. And after you pray about it and then you feel at peace about it, then you know that it's the right decision. We prayed about it, felt at peace about it, and I'm so nervous because you don't want to burn bridges or destroy relationships in the process. But everything works out the way that it should.
Look at you now.
So no, look at all of us. Look at all of us, and that's the thing. It's not like look at me, and I appreciate you saying that, but it's look at all of us. Wake up every morning and look in the mirror and just decide today's going to be a great day. You know what? There's so many opportunities to be a blessing to others, and what can you do, and where can you make that difference? That's the inspiration again today. Maybe is think about the opportunities that you have today to make a difference. So
that's right.
Michelle's over here choking up too. So that's what Kyle does when Kyle shows up in the studio. He makes everybody choke up. So. All right, well, let's head over to our Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line. We got a winner today. $30. $30, yeah.
Pretty good.
Are you still feeling the coughing, or is it over?
It's kind of over.
You want to try the call then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
No, I wanted to make sure if the coughing. Here we go. Ooh.
Hello, this is Michelle Cardenas with Hello Huntsville.
Well, hello, Michelle.
You're our winner for today. Who am I speaking with?
Jamie Saucier.
Well, congratulations. You have won $30 gift card to Cafe Texan.
Well, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.
Saucier Woodwork. Hey, Jane, where did the last name come from, by the way? Saucier.
My father.
what, that is.
No, my father's a Canadian Frenchman.
Okay, saucier. It's a little saucier. Has anyone ever said saucier?
Well, they call me Sauce a lot.
Okay, there you go, man. Well, and by the way, Michelle, you'll have to meet James. It's this right behind us. He made this sign for us. That's Saucier Woodworks. So yeah, we've got the sign behind us. And Jamie, how's that been going too? I know you've been busy, Santa duties during Christmas season, but how's the woodworking going?
Extremely busy.
Awesome.
I'm just trying to play catch up after December.
Yeah, I bet so. It's been busy. Well, Jamie, man, good to hear from you. We appreciate you so much, my friend, and all that you do here in our community. And we got a $30 Cafe Texan gift card coming your way. How does that sound?
Well, good deal. That's good. Thank you.
All right, brother. Well, God bless you. Have a great day, my friend.
All righty. Thank you.
All right, there he is, Mr. Saucier. Saucier with a little $30 cafe coming his way. Hey, today. All right, let's quit rhyming. I was hoping you'd join in, Michelle.
That's not my thing.
That's not our thing. Race cars obviously are. What was Kyle saying a while ago? You need to get like Sam Houston to sponsor a racing club.
A racing club. That's so good.
Yeah, come on, Sam Houston, step it up.
Good.
Let's get a racing club going. Leap ambassadors here. Let's make it happen. So, all right, friends. Well, that'll wrap it up here on a Monday. Hey, we got good shows lined up. Great shows lined up all next week. You want to make sure that you join us every single weekday at 7:30. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and then. You know what? As we continue on, I said we got great shows. We do have great shows lined up. But we're always looking for visitors and guests to be on our shows as well. If you're a nonprofit in the community and you'd like to be featured here on Good Morning Huntsville, all you got to do is message us. You can text us at 936-339-0139. You can email us at hello@hellohuntsvilletx.com. And we'd love to have you on. We don't charge nonprofits. If you're a business, I've had a lot of businesses reaching out saying, Rob, we want to be on the show. We want to be on the show. We would love to have businesses just like John, but we do charge a very nominal fee. It's not nominal. Did I say that right? Nominal fee. So a small fee if you're a business and you'd like to be on. And we pair that with an article on the website as well. And it's just a great opportunity to get your name out there. We've got a lot of engagement, and so we want to definitely help promote your business here in Huntsville. Hey, we have a few comments before we get going. Jamie Saucier, who just won, he said good morning to us earlier. How about Miss Joy joining us this morning, saying good morning? Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville. She said, I got my coffee and ready for today.
Ready.
So, there you go. Ready and coffee. Brittany Wright over at the Color Bar Tanning Salon. Good morning, Brittany. Good to hear from you. Our great friend Steph Valley at Magnolia Kennel joining in this morning on the YouTube stream. Robin messaging us a little bit earlier, too. Robin Clark, that is Mr. Dwayne's better half. Good to see you, Robin. Appreciate you so much. Kyle Kreiner with only 99 more episodes to go till we hit 300. 99, 20, 40, 60, 80. Man, that's going to be like 5 months because there's 20 weekdays in a month on average. So, yeah, 20, 40, 60, 80. That'll be about 5 months. We'll hit 300 sometime. Jason Thompson. Jason saying, I get up at 5 a.m. This was early. We were asking people what time they get up in the morning. Jason said 5 a.m. at the latest.
At the latest?
What time are you up, Michelle? Like, you got to be here at 8, so is it like 7:59?
No, it's
7:58.
It's about 6:45.
6:45, that's not bad.
6:30, yeah.
But, see, and that's the thing. You always think, let me just say something before we sign off. Everybody, all these college students nowadays, they pick classes after lunch. Yeah, a lot of them do. Not Michelle, not the LEAP ambassadors. They get up early and get moving.
Yeah.
So there ain't no 11 a.m. waking up for you, Michelle.
Nope. It's a 6:45 every day kind of thing.
Tara Burnett gets rolling about 5:30, she said. Good morning, Quentin Glaze messaging us. Lisa Roberts, our good friend over at Learning RX. And I feel so bad I have not been able to be at Learning RX the last couple of weeks because Bridget started her new job. Lisa, if you're still watching, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it this week because I'm on child pickup duty, and it's right around the time that I'm supposed to be over there, and I'm missing it because my brain's starting to falter a little bit, and so I need to get over to Learning RX. But Lisa, if not this week, next week, Bridget, I think, gets on her new hours at this new job, and then she'll be the ones picking up Braylon and Caden. But right now, it's been tough because I'm the one that has to get them, which is okay. So, boy, look at that. Jamie Saucier says that he gets up at like 1 or 2 in the morning. Jamie, what time? Everyone's saying that. Jamie, what time do you? I didn't even see this. I should have asked you on the phone. What time are you going to sleep at? I bet he's in bed at like 5 or 6.
That's a no for me.
Yeah, 1 or 2 is really early. So, all right. Well, that'll wrap it up here today, friends. Again, thanks for being a part of it. Remember today, make a difference in somebody's life. There may be somebody out there today that's hurting, that's struggling, that needs your help. And that's why I end every broadcast with this message. And I don't ever want it to be a routine or let it go in one and out the other. But, friends, we do need each other. And I end every broadcast like this, that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Michelle, thanks for hanging out today.
Right. I'll be here all day.
Yeah, we got to get to work. So we'll sign off. We'll be back at it tomorrow with our good friends from Guardian Defense. Until then, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you next time.